Yo, people don't know the thing about this podcast in the world, and we're not it, but not chat about this podcast in the world, though.
What's up, people? Welcome to the Yaad&Abroad podcast, the baddest podcast in the world.
Yeah, people, so we're there again next week. We're there. Everett, you stay. You stay over
Give
there,
thanks,
man.
my G.
Yeah,
Give thanks, give
overnight.
thanks. There, you know?
Yeah, overnight Canada, overnight weather day. Weather over here,
Things
so
are getting nice, yo. So we look for spring, you know, so you know that go, with that warm up, you know.
true,
So we
true,
are look to
true.
better days again, you know. Can't complain with that's concerned.
Yeah, over here, so
Everything good on your side?
yeah, man, the place are rain, see a spring, so see enough rain go fall and tree them
Mm-hmm.
bloom up and be things and be things. But nice weather. Not too
Can't
cold.
complain.
You see me? Yeah. But for me, the thing go to do when you work and one bag of rain and nine rain. Trouble.
Can't beat it, bro, but the elements, we have to deal with it, you know.
Yeah. You see me? Yeah. But let's work with it still.
Definitely,
That's it.
definitely.
Yeah.
So go on, what do we have for the people?
Well, we have
Evening.
things. There are some things we want to chat about still. You know the thing go people. You know the
Mm.
thing go. You see me? We are coming with some little fuck with chat and see we are coming with some insights, you see me? And of course one of the people them know say yo, you know what I mean? Our word is not law. You see me? So I don't want the people them feel like say yo, whatever we say, we not for do a little research and confirm or deny upon whatever we are say. Cause I would like if the people them can do them own little research and make we know correct way for wrong. Same way, you see me? And bless you up same way, everything factual. Because we do a little
True.
And everybody have them look own look way them do them research and think. You see me? Some people have them, you know what I mean? Some direct connects. You see me? So I can confirm with we, you know what I mean, and we could know if I saw it go or not saw it go. You say?
True,
or,
true.
or the microphone your sound my G's seem like it a chip out and
You might, all right, man.
all right, say no more.
Stop work for your mic.
Yeah. So first, before we even going at the news them or the thing that we're gonna talk about everything. People, see people them where they are foreign. I don't know, so no can't get the good old Jamaican stuff them. You see me? But not all the people where they are New York and Florida and them state, the Georgia and them state, the Atlanta and them place. So them know so them can get the thing them quick and fast. But even so, if you're there over this and you can't get it, just reach out, man. You see me? When me tell you one place you can look for people, little bit tired. You see me? It's there in the description. So just check out the description. I don't know if you spell it. Littlebitayard.com. You see me? Anything you want. If you want hard bread, Captain's Bakery, hard bread. If you want, them bad donut there with the little cherry jelly in a center style. Yeah, man. Everything. You see me? Easter come up soon. Enough people are get born from long time, but you can't get the real enough. You see me? You get all the cheese with it. You see me? You don't know the thing go. You see it?
No.
Yeah. So one story will come out, Everett. One story, I see a story pop out one day. We want to talk
Mm-hmm.
about some dog. So them people around still like people they make sure put in mongrel dog,
You have to be careful, bro, because there
Yeah.
is a correct name for them. And me a Jamaican, I'm just a learning a name there. I don't know if you know that they had a name prior to this, but they actually have a correct name. The name of the breed is not mongrel,
Wait, name.
contrary to what we may believe. Um, but I think it's the Jamaican Brown Terriers. Is it?
Oh, is it?
It's a legit breed of dog. So we have them as mongrel, but no, it's a legit breed of dog. And as a result of that, well, that's why we've not discussed what we are discussing right now,
Yeah.
because it's a breed of dog that people obviously see if you get what I mean, right? So
Yes.
apparently it's a dog adoption program.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a first time, so these dogs were being sent to Canada, right?
Yeah.
And the first time Jamaica did something like this, based on the reading that I did. Um, So it's a dog adoption program, international dog adoption program. You understand? It's kind of crazy. When you think about the whole concept, you wonder, like, really?
Yeah.
Especially because we know the breed of dog, but
I
you'd
hear,
be funny.
I hear a place. Them a forward to, over in a great old Canada there over there, so boy.
Them we can manage, man.
Canadian, them now ramp. Them a pick up,
So
them a say, yo, send all of them come over here. So I see some memes, my G. People,
yeah, like there's a lot of memes around it,
yeah,
surrounding the whole story, right?
them must say, yo, I see a meme and a man, I don't remember if it's a cat here or a youth say. And I say, yo, me a mongrel dog too.
Cause
Nobody
some people
said to me.
like me and you both know we've been through the immigration process, and
Yeah,
other people come on this podcast and spoken about that. We understand that it's not an easy process, you know what I mean? And something where not only costly but time consuming, and you don't must get through
right.
and then something there. So enough people jump on and say, yo, like they wish them could be a dog now, or
Yeah,
you know, if dog can file for them
of course, yeah,
and stuff. Yeah. You're saying obviously a winter, we just come out of winter today I discuss. And I saw a picture of two of the dogs clothed in like wool, like
yeah,
sweater, or a sweater.
yeah.
And they have the sweater, two of them. And then have Jamaican mongrels, Bruno and Rex, who recently migrated to Canada. Bro, yo, it thing have me out. Wait. When I see it, me I say, yo, them dog look like the upper echelon still in them. I tell a line. Them look like them there Canada long time
Long
and
time.
them well off.
Yeah, yeah, cause basically, well, where you to read your insert from?
Some of the information I got was from the well, one article was on the Star. So essentially what it was saying is that on Saturday, so last Saturday, um,
The first batch get shipped out.
yeah, so that would have been what? Last Saturday would have been what? What day that would have been? Last Saturday would have been the 13th. So I think the 13th, the first batch of them got shipped. And it was like 144. So
Yeah.
a decent amount, right? That's a lot of dogs.
Oh no,
And 144. Think about it, enough dogs. And apparently, some of these dogs actually had owners already.
yeah,
And then the rest, other people that test the waters to say, if it's a good look for them or whatever the case may be. But a lot of the cost, well, and based on the article, apparently the owners contacted the person in Jamaica who
yeah,
actually
uh,
the director of the Montego Bay Animal Heaven.
yeah,
So them contact that person and them actually share the feedback and they're pleased, they're satisfied with the dogs, and it kind of strange again because we know we think about these dogs as mongrels and we call them that because
got them
them
run
just dead it.
and then look mangy and all them sitting there.
Exactly, you feed them anything and you don't really care
Yeah,
about them. We don't treat them as pets, but apparently the Canadians sought after them because of the toughness and the size.
yeah.
And that the article they said.
Leave me, my G, in a foreign, regardless of which part of foreign you get, is
Mm-hmm.
because me even see a thing, before this diverse one what we actually talk about. But I
Mm-hmm.
even at the dog realm, them pass some act don't quote me upon this, but sometime this week I think it get passed. Dog bite act or something like so.
Yeah.
Read up on it, people. Want them to read up on it. Don't at Jamaica them I talk about, So if dog they must start send like dog on and them thing. People have them dog and then dog just run up and down and attack people and them thing there.
Oh, well, I think in recent times, like a few months ago, I think that we've had fatalities involving
Yeah,
dogs and children. So I would be surprised. It's something we should always do. I mean, this entire world is a reactive society.
yeah.
And then Jamaica somewhat tends to be as well. So again, we should have never really reach this place where people
So long
have fatal
dog bite me
experiences.
already,
But
boy.
hmm?
Me already. In a
Yeah, well, there you go. And not no come outside, right? Not no come outside.
Mm.
Again,
You will tell my father, yeah, food.
if you think about overseas, the culture is different,
Yeah,
right? And I guess that's part of the reason why this entire thing is so shocking because to we, why do I want a dog like that? Again, the article stated that a couple of the reasons were the size and the toughness and stuff. But like we take it for granted still, but the dog culture overseas is very different,
Different.
as you
Yeah.
would have known. They are not pets in the sense where you just treat them anyhow. They are actually part of your family,
Family.
a family member. Me and you know that even though we're not two different culture, we're in North America, and the culture is pretty much the same where that is
Yeah.
concerned. We both know that in our, and I stand corrected if it's not so in the state, but I'm almost sure it is. In our countries, it's women, children, and then dogs. Men come last.
Yeah.
Men come last.
Probably.
If you get what me I say.
Probably in that. And depends on where you're there. You can switch up. It can be dog come first and then woman then pitney. And then
Well, I guess that argument can't. But at the end of the day, dogs are up there,
yeah,
and I think of pets in general, but obviously dogs more because
dog more.
them love the dogs. Them really love them dogs, right?
You can throw cat in it somewhere. But dog
Yeah, like the cats as well, but them love them dogs, right? So I mean, it's a good look. I mean, it must bring some form of revenue to the country. At the first time something like this happened, apparently the process was successful, and the new dog owners are satisfied. So I'm happy for that. It's a good look,
I know
whatever it mean.
I know say enough people already up them dog, if they ship them out and I say
Well,
yeah,
apparently people start contact her again and try to find out like how can they be a part of this program. But at least
sending them mongrel.
what I I don't know if you give your dog up for adoption or if you want to adopt a dog. But either way, I mean, it's another living creature that way. We know
Yeah.
mongrel and yard what we deal with them. So at least if they're being taken care of, then that's a plus. Me can't argue that's concerned. What do you think?
Well I mean so we know how mongrel dog get treated at yard. You see
Mm.
me say? Well what you call him? What them call him? What
So
kind
it's
of
the Jamaican brown
brown,
terriers.
brown terriers? Yeah, the Jamaican brown terriers. You see me? We know them get treated. We gotta address them as such now, cause them uptown, you see me them thing turned all the way up right now, bro.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
So let's not call them mongrels
yeah,
anymore. We are
mongrel.
yeah, we are gonna address them
Respect,
appropriately.
some
Put
respect
some
on
respect
them,
on their name.
definitely. You see me? Yeah, them people, them dog, them a fly out. Somehow no, can't go nowhere. You see me? So put some respect on them name. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I mean, it's a good look. I mean, regardless of how you want to look on it, it's a good look. You see me? Cause yeah, man, enough of them dog they get treated that way still. You see me?
True.
No, yeah, times and things change. You know. So what else have we to see how it go? See how it go.
I mean, it seemed. I'm saying it seemed like a good process. Like again, going to the article, she had mentioned that lots of people traveled like from like say from Montego Bay to Kingston to help them the preparation and stuff for the dogs. And I mean, me and like we love dogs back home,
Yeah.
right? We just don't like mongrels, and because of the stigma attached to it. Because again, I never knew it was an actual breed. No, I should have said I never knew. I think I knew that, but as far as recognizing it as an actual breed,
Knowing
we never do that.
exactly what. Yeah, and knowing
And
exactly.
knowing the actual breed of it, we never really pay attention to that. So it's not to say that Jamaicans don't love dogs or animals or dogs for
Yeah.
specifically and treat them good. No, we have other breeds like we love Rottweilers, pit bulls, you name it, other high end breeds. But again, it's just a stigma attached to the quote unquote mongrels. But again, it's a good look. It should bring some revenue to the country. It's another partnership, and it's something Jamaica can give out, and anything that we can give out, then to me better than what we can take in because at least some other country now is relying on us, is working with us for
Trade.
us to support them
Trade.
in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
And I mean, I can only imagine so when things get, if it goes through properly and people, word of mouth, people start talking, neighbors start talking, who knows, it might be a viable business and if it might be bigger than tourism. No,
yeah.
probably not, but
Yeah, we know some of the time with people too hungry belly still is me, so you have to watch out for that too.
yeah, I got that still, but it's
Yeah,
a good look still.
yeah,
Nonetheless, a
definitely,
good look still. So
definitely.
big up them dog, the Bruno and Rex and the
Who know
other.
Rick? Let's up on the set.
Yeah.
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 Right? But yeah, I mean, outside of that, yeah, that was pretty funny still for see it.
Hmm.
You see me? Next thing we're gonna chat about our people, cause we have a few things we want to chat about. You see me? So we have gone to some details and them thing there. Backstories. You see me? We are chat about vaccine. Vaccine drop a Jamaica in my G. So you know the thing
Interesting.
going in my G.
Interesting. And obviously we're not gonna delve into it too much because that topic here is something we can always continue. Obviously, I think progress. I got different things and stuff. But
Definitely.
yeah, it's in the island of Jamaica right now. A roll of the Canada, definitely knows a roll of the States.
Yeah, man, roll out,
And
yeah.
and a bunch of other countries and stuff.
Big bad mighty United States of America, boy. Just say,
Now, question to you.
yeah.
Question to you. And this might have changed slightly since the last time we did discuss this topic, but how do you feel about the vaccine right now? And will you be take as of right now? You think you'll take the vaccine? If not, why? Or just give me your opinion.
Well, as of right now, yeah, me feel like say me and my family are gonna take it. Is it
Okay.
comparing it to then and now?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, based on things, I mean, so far, me not get too much bad reviews on people who me know take it. People are
Oh,
close.
so people personally who have taken the vaccines.
Yeah, me know people who personally take it. Family members, close friends. You see me? And even my auntie that asked me, me I take it. My grandmother asked me, I take it. My friend them
Mm-hmm.
asked me, I take it. You see me? But before it was like, yo, me not take that. You see me? For them come kill me off. You see it? But
Mm-hmm.
oh, based on the reviews that me I get, I feel like a something. Me and my family I go, me and my girl I go sing and talk about it and match it out because we have some trips to make. You see me? I say, I know so them I put that in it
Mm-hmm.
just for avoid the hassle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? For when me I travel, me and my family I travel. When I fear, you see me? I say when I fear try. Hopefully them can implement it where if you have it, them give you like a card or something where you can just go. Your guy airport is like a passport, basically. Is the message?
I've heard talks about that,
Yeah.
about a vaccine passport. Again, if it's an actual passport or is it just a card in your passport or something. But I've heard some talks about that. Um, but I think the general sentiments are there. Like, I agree with you. I still will not say yes, but I obviously can't say no, and for obvious reasons, because the reality of things is, brother, like, there are certain things we can't control. You
Yeah.
understand?
Right.
And we all are gonna have our reservations and concerns as to what are they putting in our body and stuff. No, but first, before we even go to stuff,
Yeah.
a lots of people don't even understand how a vaccine works, to even understand
Yeah.
the purpose of it, to even understand if it makes sense or not.
Right.
And as simple as it sounds, it's true. So again, don't quote me, I'm not a doctor. It's my understanding. Feel free to
Yeah.
comment
Definitely. Yeah.
and stuff, you know what I mean? But essentially, how the vaccine work is a vaccine is a small percentage of the virus.
Yeah.
Them inject into you. And that small percentage is enough to trigger a defense,
Yeah.
but not necessarily
Level.
harm you to the level
Yeah.
of where the virus would harm you initially. So it triggers that defense. It kind of teach you off. It calls some soldiers.
Yeah.
It teaches soldiers, say, yo, we need to attack this right now. It put up a mock defense and it act like it's a fight or a war, gimmicks thing, if you want to call it that. Like blank shot of fire when when security forces are trained. And then as a result of that,
Yeah.
you would have been trained. So the next time your body is introduced to to the virus, they say, oh, yeah, man, this reached me already. So
Yeah.
it put up defense where it needs to put up. You get me, I say? And to me, that's a typical um understand how the vaccine work.
Right.
No, every vaccine is slightly different. Some vaccine, I've heard that some vaccines, like for the example, the flu shot, then put that flu in there. I've heard that for the COVID-19 vaccine, is not actually the virus. It's something that replicates the virus, and as a result, it still yields the same response. So again, every vaccine is slightly different, but that's the general idea.
Yeah.
It go in you, it train you. Some hoping they say you develop enough antibodies, enough soldiers to fight it off, so you're immune to it.
That am
But
my
if
that am my understanding. That am my also my understanding of what it is or what
what
it
the vaccine does, right? So firstly, as long as you understand what the vaccine does and how the vaccine works, then that alone should give you enough more insight to decide if you're going to take a vaccine. Now, we're not discuss the kind of vaccine as yet, but a vaccine. But I realize some conversations from reading and stuff that lots of people don't even understand what a vaccine is.
right.
So then, in order for you to make an informed decision as to no, you probably cannot because you don't even know what a vaccine is.
I'ma feel like say that's where a lot of stop signs were being placed because people never understand. People not understand what a vaccine is.
No, they thought it was just this weird creation that because of COVID-19, it come
People,
about, and they're like, no, exit off. But we all got vaccinated
yeah,
when we were children.
yeah. That's why you have the
Yeah, right on your hand right now. You see exactly. Um,
if you're
no,
Jamaican, that is.
well, there you go. What I've also learned is that yes, the vaccine, because it trigger off those responses. Yeah, you sometimes feel sick, you sometimes have some form of reaction to it, some fever, some headache and stuff. But that's normal. But typically it wouldn't last more than about 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah.
And again, I was listening to this doctor, and he actually was saying, a Jamaican doctor by the way, and he actually was saying that it completely normal, and that is why if you understand why parents or doctors tell parents to give them children, them baby, Panadol. And for people who don't know what that is, essentially it's a painkiller. So
Thank you.
Aleve or Advil and stuff. Obviously different grades, but painkiller. But I'm saying give the babies Panadol if them having any reaction to the vaccine when they're vaccinated. So again, the reaction that we fear might be normal. Again, we just wouldn't know because obviously we were vaccinated years ago.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So we need to understand that whole idea, and then that will supposed to reduce some of the fear we have.
Yeah.
So again, that's how typical vaccine work. Now, as far as this vaccine specifically speaking, again, we can't say no because if they are going to indirectly force to do it based on you mentioned say you and the wife wanted some trips. If them say yo you can't fly without being vaccinated, then we're gonna stay where we are forever and never move again.
Yep.
Probably not. You understand? If them say yo you can't work, the government will not to say you can't work, but your employer being a private
Yeah.
company, them do them want to do. So if them say yo you work this role or this position or with us any longer, you have to be vaccinated. Everybody want a clean criminal record. So at the same idea, right?
That can backfire upon them too. You see me?
It can, but the reality is, bro, it
Depend,
gonna boil
depend,
down to
depend upon what field it is.
yeah, but yeah, and that is true. But the reality it's still gonna boil down to if the people in charge, be that may that be the government, employers, people in charge of how things operate. If they mandate it, then you get knocked. The same way if Mr. JetBlue or Mr. American Airlines say, yo, to fly on my airline, you need this because them don't want the liability and the risk and everything, then you have an option. You either fly or don't fly. And if it's a airline that only goes where you want to go or for whatever reason, and if every airline does it, then you're boxed in, right?
Yeah.
So you have to have that open mindset. Personally, I don't know anybody who have had the vaccine as yet, but there are still concerns. There are still a level of skepticism where we have to possess because you just don't know. But as far as understanding how the vaccine works, that's good. Now, another concern that I know a lot of people have is this vaccine, though, prevent you from getting the virus.
Yeah.
So, what the purpose of the vaccine? And again, I feel like we can add some form of clarity to that as well. What you have to say?
Well, I mean, of course, the vaccine itself no prevent you from getting, is a man say getting the virus, catching the virus. No
Mm-hmm.
vaccine prevents you from catching whatever virus it's
No.
supposed to fight against. If you may say you can't always catch it. You know what I mean? And the thing about that is once you point that out, we just work in the field, day in, day out, whenever we are record, on New Year, say, yo, I work with the company. Yes, I mean, some work in the field, been working in the field. Yes, I mean, now that them have the vaccine come out, customers tend to say to me, say, yo, I'm vaccinated. You don't have to worry about nothing.
Yeah.
I was like, no, mom, you really still need to put on your mask and thing, because God forbid me have it. Me can still transfer it over to you. You might not have the reaction where me would have
Mm-hmm.
a vaccine. You feel me? But you can still react to it, and you don't know what are going on with you at that time, health wise, where if something happened to you and it trigger off something else in your body.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. On the line.
Yeah. And then it's like you don't know what to do because you say, oh, I'm vaccinated, and no, I'm sick and ray. You see me as it? So you still have to protect yourself. You still have to wear your mask because them tell us, say, yo, you still have to wear your mask. But
A,
now people, go ahead.
a few episodes ago, we discussed this briefly, and I think I'd even mentioned that I heard about a nurse, a Canadian nurse, who actually contracted the virus after being vaccinated. I don't know if he was fully vaccinated at the time.
Right.
And at the time, it was like, what's going on? That can't make sense. But again, understand a little bit more how it works and the purpose of it. You kind of understand the why behind it, or why it operates this way, or why you still need to continue, you know, doing these,
Yeah.
carrying out these measures, right?
Yeah.
So the CDC, so that are the Center of Disease and Control, Center of Disease Controls and Prevention. So their guidelines are that, well, first and foremost, their definition for being vaccinated is um, you can be half vaccinated or fully vaccinated. So 2 weeks after their second dose of a 2-dose series.
Yeah.
So if you're going to, and such vaccine are the Pfizer vaccine or the Moderna vaccine. So those are two of the examples of them did use. So 2 weeks after, those are both 2-dose series vaccines. So if you get a first shot and then 2 weeks later, you go back and you get another shot.
Right.
So 2 weeks after the last shot is when you would be fully vaccinated, considered to be fully vaccinated.
Because then it do it rounds throughout your body and
exactly, right? So again, those customers who will tell you, so, oh, I'm vaccinated, you don't know if they're half or fully vaccinated. Maybe they're fully vaccinated. You don't know, that's fine. But who knows if them even understand? I mean, obviously they should know that they have to go back, but I've heard that some people don't even bother going back.
But and the thing is, the thing is, me have on my mask and everything because, of course, that's the way we have to do when we are work. We have to have it in people place. You see me? So me have on my mask. They must say, yo, them no want put on for them mask. But what if, God forbid, me have it?
Bro, but that may I try to explain this. And the first thing is lots of people don't really care either ways. Because I've been in instances where even before the vaccine even roll out, they must say, yo, if you don't want to wear the mask, it's okay with me. And me I say, yo, you don't even know me from Adams.
Right.
If me don't wear the mask,
Right.
me that just don't carve out my throat and come, you know what I mean? So the worst in hear that. But again, that's why it's important we do our research and arm ourselves with what we need to know.
Yeah.
Right? So again, it's important to know if you take any one of those companies or vaccines from those companies, then you need 2 shots. After a second shot, you would be considered to be fully vaccinated.
Right.
If you take a single dose, 2 weeks after a single dose of the Johnson and Johnson vaccine, you would be considered fully vaccinated. So again, it depends on whichever company you use, right? So with that being said, again, we just need to arm ourselves and understand that. And then we can know how to operate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So people for who want to get vaccinated, of course you can't force nobody to get vaccinated. You feel me? I say some people might have a change of heart after a couple more weeks or a couple more months based on how people react to it, and you know what I mean? Just as people love when time people go be elaborate, you know. As messed up as it might seem, but people like to see how people react to it first before them actually go out and decide. Say, yo, oh, all right, cool.
But, and that's fine. And that's a game all the way I play because both you and I are playing that game.
But everybody react differently.
No, that's true. But both you and I are playing that game. But also,
for sure.
the CDC and other people who who monitor the vaccine and say, don't play that game as well. They might look for how it react. Because there's another vaccine, the Azteca vaccine, I believe the name is. And currently they're being investigated for causing blood clots. So some countries don't even approve it. So this entire thing is kind of a elaborate situation. But with that being said, I mean, it is kind of what it is. We have to do the best within what we can do. And right now, arm yourself with information, understand what being fully or half vaccinated means, and then understand, say, based on the recommendation from the CDC, if you are not fully vaccinated, then you still need to carry out the regular stuff. So you need to wear a mask, 6 feet, social distance, same way, constantly washing it, and the same things that we had to do prior to being vaccinated at all. All this is with the hope that when you are fully vaccinated, so if you get fully vaccinated and I do, then at that time we should be able to come around each other without masks, without anything. And again, the hope of if someone is not fully vaccinated, but at least it still reduce that risk because I would be, you would be, and then and everything like that, right? So again, just understanding that I feel like helpful to us. Also do some research, understand how the virus work as well, because the little bit the clarity when we get recently as well, as and even to why how the vaccine work is because apparently, so you have you have coronavirus, right, which is the virus as it says. You get that, but then it turns to a disease. I'm guessing, if you lack a better choice of word, it developed into a disease. So essentially, you can get the virus, but you don't much. It don't have to affect you. You get what I'm saying? People get flu. You pick up a cold, but it don't come down with symptoms.
Yeah, you can be symptomatic. Yeah.
No, but what I mean is like even without just not showing symptoms.
Okay.
Like you have people who catch the flu,
just based on
it don't bother you because.
I said just based on because me right now. No, them time of year, me always get sick.
Yeah, but some people who them body can fight it off, so you don't have any symptoms. It's probably not a level where you can transmit it, but that don't mean you never can track it. You get me? I say.
Right.
And when it actually leak it down is when you can track it and then it have your week. So again, the same idea that I've been recently educated on. You can contract the virus, but then the disease is where you actually and it's really and truly it's off of medical terms and stuff. So, for example, if you catch COVID-19 or you catch coronavirus, sorry, and you're cured, whatever. If you catch coronavirus and you end up, God forbid, you end up passing away, then the cause of death are gonna be COVID-19 disease. You understand?
Question,
so again,
this is not a trick question. My question to you, real quick. You see me?
Yeah.
People we are looking for close out right now. But question to you: since COVID is flu-like symptoms, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So what if you have the flu shot? Does it help?
Probably not, because it's a different virus. It operates differently. The symptoms are similar, but it operates differently.
But if it
I guess it attack.
If it have the same symptoms, it might have somewhat.
No, bro. If that was the case, then would have.
I was not a science major. I was a business.
No, me know. But me answer like he's a business major. If that was the case, we probably would have about vaccines right now. Then would us tweak the flu one where them have already because my flu shots for years and stuff like that. Well, we don't know. I mean, I've heard arguments that that the COVID, cause obviously corona just mean that it's a type of virus itself. It's not super new to how we think it is new. COVID-19 is new, but the coronavirus is just a kind of virus. You have other viruses on the same family, based on what I've been told. So again, if it did that simple, who knows? I've heard that they've had the vaccine in the works for years, or I guess they've been researching it for years, or whatever the case may be. There's still some doubt and uncertainty, yes. I will always have that. But again, arm yourself with information we need to arm yourself with. Understand the differences, understand the process of the vaccine, understand it work, and then you can make that informed decision if you have a chance this or not. Again, I've had people who have said, yo, I'm going to take it because it might be the best shot we actually have. And if you think about it, as we wrap up, bro, if you think about it, it might be the best shot or we actually have to go back to our regular life.
Go back to now.
That second, think about it.
Yeah,
If
third
you're
summer 2021. Yeah.
by no means I'm a conspiracy theorist, but if people who are and them say this all a big plan and everything, then
To make some money.
if that's the case and the mandate is to enforce it, whatever reason, then we still do have an option more than for work with it because them are gonna enforce it. And if it's not a planned thing and it's actually something that happen naturally, we still have to end up work with it. At the end of the day, like there are things we can't control.
Yeah.
We can't control, right? So their research, as I say, understand those things. But I feel like say we're in a space right now where it has been rolled out. So the best we can do is just be informed and then make the best decision at the time.
Yeah, read about it, people. Read up where you need to read up, research where you need to research, and do what best for you. You see me? Not just for you, but everybody else around you.
Everybody around you.
Family, friends, everybody we might come in contact with because you never know. You see me?
Sure.
So protect yourself and protect everybody else around you. You see me? Outside of that, though, Everett. Why else you need to chat, boy? I eat that, though.
I feel like I eat that, yo, like a whole lot of things, but we're missing we panelist elder, so
the elder, you see me, with the knowledge.
Come back here, we can delve into some deeper things, but I feel like it's appropriate because of where we're right now.
Right.
In our time. And as we said, we're gonna always go back over the topic because things are progress.
Yeah.
Things are if next week your ear said them research and a vaccine cause XYZ, then believe me, it's a topic again we need to get out there. So but a good one still. So
definitely. So people don't know the thing going on about this podcast in our world. You see me, Everett, big up yourself. Elder, big up
always yourself. My G.
Yeah,
Limelight.
Big up yourself.
Go.
You see me? Yeah, about this podcast in our world. Like I say, people, if you don't want to get the good Jamaican things, them, just go on little bit a yard. Yeah, information in the description. On the YouTube page, big up YouTube people, them. People make sure to go on the YouTube page, go and go subscribe. You see me? Because only for listen we get on a different app, them, on a different podcast app, them, We need to go over there and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You see me? Build up a thing. So we can
subscribe, like, share, use some feedback as well. We are grow the thing. Use some feedback. You know where you like, where you don't like, and stuff like that. So check it out for real. Thanks for the support. Big up Clearview TV, KLEARVIEW, Clearview TV. Go check it out.
Clearview over in the comment section, you see me? Things, yeah. You see me? So big up Clearview. You know the thing go. You see me? People, give thanks again. You know the thing go. You see me? Everett, guidance in the street, my bro.
Always my G.
See me? So, people, by this podcast, and I will not take back no chat. Don't. Bad move.